Hello everyone, and we're back for another episode of Extinct Reyes Originals.
And for today's featured video, it will be on the LEGO compatible custom Cretaceous Indominus Reks. But first of all, I'd like to thank YouTube.com Audio Library for this awesome background music. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe, and also hit that notification button. Just click on the icons below. Thanks everyone! The winners of the Guesses PC contest will be announced at the end of the video, but for now, here's how to join. Just click on the Extinct Reyes icon and then click on the community link to be able to see all my posts. And we're back! Let's continue on with the video. So this is the Cretaceous Indominus Reks LEGO compatible custom, and it is actually based off from the recently released Cretaceous series. I just think season 1 on Netflix was really awesome, and so I wanted to make at least 1 or 2 dinosaurs from that series, and Asher here is really excited to show you guys what I did in the past few weeks. So this is the Indominus Reks. Asher will be coming back later for some size comparisons, but for now, it's time for us to take a look closer. Okay, so let's pick this big thing up and let's see it up close. So, starting off with the paint colors, you can see here that it's gray-white, and I did a lot of speckling, and you can see here that these wheels as well as the ossiderms on the head as well as the back are painted a little bit darker than the usual because I wanted it to stand out among the white background already. I also did this armor-like thing on the back, so I sculpted that as well and made a few paint details on it so that it will also stand out. All these details can actually be seen in the Indominus Reks of the Jurassic World. You can see here that the beautiful ornamentations on the back as well as those of the feet are actually apparent. I also placed here several quills on the arms. I know the Indominus Reks of the LEGO release so had just like 3, I guess, osteoderms on the hands. I also placed here those foldings on the feet as well, just to give the figure a more accurate feel. In terms of size adjustments, I didn't actually did a lot of changes to the actual figure. I think it's already about accurate size compared to a minifigure. I did lengthen the tail so that it would have a more accurate proportion to that of the actual animal. The inner part of the mouth is actually painted as well, and the individual teeth are likewise colored. For the articulation, it's pretty much the same as that of the LEGO figure. It can move its head like so and twist it all around. The arms are also articulated and as well as the legs. The arms, aside from it being detachable, can also have its wrist twisted like so that it can be pronated or the usual accurate movement of the wrist. So the legs are movable as well as the tail, and I also added a simple extension of the tail so that it can also be twisted like so, and more articulation added at least. And I guess that's it for the closer look on the Indominus Reks Cretaceous custom. Now it is time for us to have some size comparisons. So I'm bringing it back here, Asher, for a comparison of the sizes between the Indominus Reks and the minifigure. So you can see in the picture above that the Indominus Reks has the accurate size, or at least close to the accurate size of that of the actual human. And here, comparing it with the LEGO brand Indominus Reks, so I actually have one here from the Jurassic World series. I have yet to acquire the new Indominus Reks from 2020. We don't have that yet here in the Philippines, but I'm trying to get myself a hand on those because I really want also the Ankylosaur figure. comes with that particular set. So this one is pretty much the same except of the colors as well as the additional sculpting that I did. So there's a lot of quills and a lot of details added to it. The coloration is likewise very different. You can see that my Rex is actually blending with the background more than the Lego figure. I like both, and I think I'm going to use it as the older sibling of the Indominus Rex. And yeah, while I'm playing with it, I guess the older sibling would be my custom Indominus Rex, and then the other would be the younger one, which is being killed. So you can see here that the I-Rexes have the same bulk and the same height. However, the length is quite different, mainly just because the tail is a bit longer. And looking at it from afar, you can see that I think my custom has a more accurate proportion just because I lengthened the tail a bit. And I think the Jurassic World Indominus Rex has its spotlight. Let's bring in on some other customs that I made and also comparison with the Jurassic World Velociraptor. So let's just adjust the camera so that everything or everyone will fit in the frame. So here is my Lego Jurassic World Blue. You can see that, yeah, I know blue is a little bit big for when it is compared to a minifigure, but at least I wanted to show also that I do collect Lego stuff. So that is one. And then here is my custom Baryonyx from a few years back. So comparing it with the Indominus Rex, definitely the Indominus Rex is a lot bigger than this one. Now let's bring in Rexy, our queen here. So you can see Rexy is definitely about the right, or at least a little bit smaller, just the same size I guess with the Lego Indominus Rex. And now my Indominus Rex is a lot bigger, at least by the length, and I think it's nice seeing all these carnivores lined up together like that. Now it's time for us to have a Sambrin. So all in all, this figure has 9 parts to it. Let's start with the head. After connecting that with the lower jaw, let's attach it to the body. Now let's put on the legs. That's the right, and then let's put on the left. Now let's attach the arms. Once both arms are attached, we can finish it off by attaching the tail. And that completes the figure, the Indominus Rex Cretaceous custom. I do have a few footages and also photos of when I was making this figure. This is Extinct Reyes at work. So I started off by sketching this figure so that I would know where to put on the extra details. Extra details would include the quills on the back and the head. And here's the finished plan for it. So I started on putting several details already. So the quills are attached, and then the osteoderms as well. So I also put on several details such as adding on an extension to the tail and also those armored blades on the back. After I have primered the figure, I started on with the painting. So I don't know if every one of you knows, I am a little bit colorblind. So I did ask assistance if I would be able to correct on several gradations of the colors. So although this is mainly black and white, I did want some color pop in on the figure itself. So here I am painting on the shadows on the head of the figure. You can see that this side of the figure is already painted in terms of several details and speckles and so on to include the scales. Now after that, I do mimic or at least have the scales as well referencing on the other side so that I try to make it symmetrical as much as I can. See me already putting on some pops of colors on the the osteoderms as well as on the quills. I did, however, change this a bit on the end, or at least on the final video, because I think the quills were a little bit dark for my taste, and they were actually eventually changed to a little bit more lighter gray. So after I put on the details of the eyes, I started coloring as well the inside of the mouth as well as the teeth of this figure. After all the acrylics have been painted, I waited it to dry thoroughly. After I used my handy dandy permanent markers to put on the final details on the eyes, nostrils, as well as the back portion. It's about end of the video, so it's time for us to have some last looks. Now, in the Camp Cretaceous story, the Indominus Reks then came across a group of Cretaceous. After killing 2 employees trying to warn them, the Indominus tried to get to Darius, Bowman, Brooklyn, Ben Pincus, Jenki, Sammy, as well as Yasmina by tearing down the observation deck that they were on. However, the campers managed to elude her by using a zipline to escape, and everything is history. In here, Owen again saves the day by capturing the Indominus Rex about to escape and placed him back on his rightful enclosure. I hope no escapes will come back anytime soon. And that about ends the video. I hope you like it. And now it is time for us to announce the winners of the Guesses PC contest. And due to an overwhelming response, we have 10 lucky picks. Dynamation, the Almighty Ultimasaurus, Nara the Sea Ice Wing, Cospagnejo, Professor Bluestone, Omega Ratus, Big Mac Gamer, Jim Kids Channel, Pedro Mariano Suarez, Allan Ignacio Porres, Kids on Struck. Congratulations everyone! Now it's time for us to announce top 10.
Top 10.
Also winner,
Top 9.
the Cat,
Top 8.
161 game. The restaurant
Top
Double
7.
Fancy. Albert
Top
Cole.
6. Top
Vincent
5.
Constantine.
Top 4.
Pat Member.
Top 2.
Sean Lee.
Top
And
1.
Anna Meme. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guesses PC contest. Also, the real life Moira and Asher has their own vlog now, The Adventures of Moira and Asher. Please do subscribe and support these videos as well. Please also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and here in YouTube. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar!